Hey, what's going on, team? Happy Wednesday. Hope that you guys are all having a productive or eventful day. One of the things that I want to talk about is something that I've been noticing on /NQ. You guys know that I have a big focus on tech stocks, and one of the main ETFs that I pay attention to that closely follows the overall NASDAQ future is ticker symbol TQQQ. And one of the things that we've all been experiencing for the past week, as I know there's been a lot of uncertainty, there's been a lot of inconsistencies, and a lot of people are freaking out. And I just wanted to make this video kind of letting you guys know where the market currently stands right now and what I plan to do with it. So I hope that throughout this video you learned something new. If you have any thoughts that you want to share, please just comment them down below, and I hope I just get you one step closer to your overall goal. And if I do, I really hope that you can consider dropping a thumbs up. One of the things that we experienced today is we finally broke above the EMA line. So we aggressively sold off. We hit highs of a little bit above 160. We aggressively began to sell off. And one of the things that, especially for the tech focused stocks, we talked about this, I believe, 2 days ago, and it's because they found or they're working on a vaccine that's 90% effective. And a lot of the tech stocks, let's be honest, during this COVID period, during this pandemic, they were completely thriving. And there being a vaccine obviously means for companies like maybe Netflix, for companies like Peloton or Peloton, right? For companies like Zoom, companies that did extremely well during this time because of quarantine. Most likely, if there were to be a vaccine that were to be released, because again, there's still not one that's completely released, that can act as a negative catalyst for those companies because they will most likely experience less demand as we ease back to the traditional way of doing things. Is this something that's going to happen right away? No, but that is what caused, I just want to break it down for those that didn't watch that video, that is what caused this little pullback. It began to find a support level. We began to, consolidate right around the SMA line, and now we broke above the SMA line, which is the simple moving average line, and now we broke above the EMA line, which is this blue line, which is the exponential moving average exponential, which is a great indication of a potential reversal. Does this mean that it has to shoot up? No, but this is a good sign for TQs. And if we move on over to /NQ, we are showing very similar signs as well. That aggressive pullback, that consolidation, that break above, again, the SMA line, validating this as a support, as it's validated this as a resistance level. And like we know, old resistance levels can become new support levels. The MACD, the RSI, all of that looks good. But at the end of the day, one of the things that's most important is price action and making sure that we continue to make higher highs and higher lows. What I want to focus on is now that we're above the EMA line, there's been multiple times that we've broken above EMA lines. And guess what? It can still get rejected. It simply makes lower highs and then continues to sell off. All these indicators are great, but they're to be used as a reference, never a sole reason on why you take a position. And one of the things that I'm looking for are higher highs and higher lows, actual indication of an uptrend. You might be asking, well, Ricky, what the heck does that mean? Well, now that we broke above the EMA line, I think that's great. Now when it pulls back, because it's going to happen, now that, for the days that follow, if we experience a pullback, I would like to see higher lows, meaning that when it pulls back, that it holds higher than it was before. So around the middle VWAP, around the EMA line, pulling back a little bit, pullbacks are healthy, and then for it to continue its momentum of this upward staircase pattern. That's what I'm personally looking for, and until I get that, then I can go back in a little bit heavier with my position size. You guys know that for the past 4 weeks, past month, all we've been focusing on is position size and making sure that we stay a little bit more selective. There is a lot of uncertainty, a lot of inconsistencies like we've talked about before. This doesn't mean that you need to be scared. Well, if you're scared of what's going on, it's most likely because you're uninformed or maybe you're a little bit newer to this market, and rightfully so. There's nothing wrong with that. You have nothing but time to scale and learn about this market. But if you're experienced or you're at least well versed with this market, just be more selective. Be more selective. There's still opportunity out there. There's still companies that are completely, thriving during this quick shift of direction. And although there were a lot of tech-focused stocks that pulled back, there were a lot of industrial stocks that pushed up. And knowing that as then tech stocks begin to pick back up, then maybe those industrial stocks will begin to pull right on back. And a perfect example of that is, I'm not too sure how people were so surprised, but one of the things that I tried to remind everyone is when something pushes up 20 to 30% within a very short period of time, just like almost every airline did, how does it surprise you that, there's a positive catalyst, this news, right, of this COVID that acted as a positive catalyst that shot American Airlines up? and you're surprised that it corrects itself as the news becomes less relevant, and that was an overhyped reaction, no question about it. So it pulls back for the days that follow. Never be afraid to lock in profits and walk away with some money in your pocket when you feel like something is a little bit more on the overbought side. Even if you have a max dollar loss, max percentage loss, a trailing stop loss, whatever the case might be, your mission, right, when it comes down to trading is knowing when to get in, knowing when to get out, and not having that greed mentality where like, well, what if it continues to go up? Really? It just pushed up 30 to 40% and you really question, well, what if it goes up another 5%? I would rather be someone that plays it safe than ends up being sorry at the end of the day. Now, when it comes down to this, these are stocks that are pulling back. If I'm not mistaken, Carnival Cruise Line is also a very similar stock that went up, obviously, when they talked about the vaccine, but now it's beginning to correct itself. And the stocks that I'm personally now paying attention to are all these tech stocks. A lot of you guys have been absolutely killing it in the comments section, sharing all tech stocks, all stocks that have aggressively sold off, that show signs of a healthy uptrend, consistent uptrend pattern. The direction is in our favor, but because of this unfortunate news, it has pulled back. But that just means that there's opportunity among us. It's not that you have to agree with me or that I have to agree with you or that everyone has to agree in the comment section. It is just our job to share what it is that we see value in and why. So if we see eye to eye, I can do my part in adding that specific stock to my watch list, getting me one step closer to my overall goal. And if you look at these series of different stocks, BABA is a little bit different. BABA is still going through their regulatory regulation. So this is still something that might be viewed as a little bit riskier. But again, a very consistent uptrend pattern, aggressively sold off, could be viewed as a dip buy. But this one's a little bit different, right? When it comes down to something more like Peloton, Peloton is right at the EMA line, waiting for proper indication of a reversal. It's building a support level, aggressively sold off. We've talked about this before, right? The 3 stages of a reversal, if I'm not mistaken, right? The rejection, consolidation, and then confirmation. Very, very basic setup. Rejection, consolidation, and now we're waiting for confirmation before we go in very aggressive. Just to show you guys or provide you guys with a quick little update on this one, I ended up day trading it today. Why? Well, because I saw there to be an opportunity, an intraday opportunity. I know in yesterday's video, I talked about selling my entire position on Piton. I apologize if it was a little bit clickbaity. It's YouTube. I hope that doesn't offend you too much. But I made $500 on this one alone, and I left 100 shares that are open because it's showing healthy signs of it trying to find a support level. I feel like I did fine with this. When it comes down to TQs and the way that it performed today, we absolutely killed it within the Learn Plan Profit live trading session. It began to aggressively push up, and as it made higher highs, I did my part in locking in profits as things looked too good to be true. It pushed up another 2%, but guess what? Am I really going to complain being up a little bit over $1,100? Never, right? Yeah, I might have missed or left some money on the table, but guess what? My job as a day trader is to get in and get out when it makes sense, not what I hope it does, because at the end of the day, no one ever really knows, right? So it is our job to lock in profits and to manage that risk. And when it comes down to the 180-day chart for more quality companies like ZM, again, testing EMA line. Companies like Twitter, right now showing signs of a lot of consolidation. Beyond Me, again, experienced a very aggressive negative catalyst due to earnings. It's consolidating right at the EMA line with a lot of upside potential. Same thing with Netflix. This one, if I'm not mistaken, has a little bit more of a horizontal pattern, and it's, again, based off previous support levels and based off previous resistance levels. It's right at the EMA line. It doesn't mean that these all have to go up. It just means that they're at a critical point, just like the overall market, that are showing signs of a potential reversal. And that's the whole reason that I'm making this video, right? The same thing when it comes down to Wayfair. A lot of consolidation right around the EMA line. A little bit of consolidation right at the SMA line, EMA line for FedEx. And the last one, this one's a little bit different, but this one's SAP. I have a $1,000 position size. I'm having fun with this. It's only 10 shares, and I'm up really $10 on the open, so I should probably sell that position pretty soon. But I just wanted to update you guys on my current views on the market, and I wanted to ask you guys what you personally think. These are the specific stocks that I'm paying attention to. If you think that I should pay attention to a stock that's in your watch list, please comment down below, but not just the ticker symbol. I need to know why you see value. And anyone can share a ticker symbol. That means nothing, right? We all see value in different ways. I want to know why you see value in these specific stocks. Is it because of fundamental analysis or a technical analysis? And it's a very simple comment that you can share with me that can help the other people watching this video. And with that being said, I'm going to leave it at that. So I hope that this short but sweet video gets you one step closer to your overall goal. If it does, please consider dropping a thumbs up. And if you guys want to join us tomorrow for our live trading session, we've been absolutely killing it. It's been so much fun. If you've ever wanted to see what it's like to watch someone trade live, buy, sell, cut losses, open-ended conversations, because we know that the market is always changing. And if you want to see what it's like to be a part of the Learn, Plan, Profit team, make sure you click the second link down below. We're hosting our Veterans Day sale today, and it's $50 off the Learn, Plan, Profit course. But before you sign up, if you guys want to scroll all the way down just so you guys can get a taste of what it's like to watch me trade live 100%, and then when you're ready to join the team, click the second link down below, and that will earn you the $50 off. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you guys want to join our free Facebook group, that's that first link down below. And until then, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, team.